If you are interested in knowing how men's trousers or male pants are sewn, then do stick and stay for a short while. This is a video which includes, but not limited to: 1. Installing the zipper and the flap. 2. Sewing the welt pockets. 3. Fixing extended waistband. And last but not the least, slitting the bodice. This video is going to explain all these to you. We have already done a video on how we drafted the basic men's pants. And so in this video, we are learning how to sew all these things that we have listed. We'll go ahead and cut the fabrics for both the front, the back pattern, and then the pockets. This has been cut into 2 pieces. That is the front pattern, and then the back pattern also has 2 pieces. Good size together. For the pockets, we have 4 pieces. One is full, and the other one is also cut into this shape. 2 of them actually are cut like this, and the other 2, you leave them uncut. And so this is what we're going to use basically for our pants. I have as well cut these fusible interfaces. I'm going to fuse that to the pocket opening. Folding the hem allowances. I have also used the same shape to cut 2 of the interfaces. One would go to this very side, that is the left side of our front pattern. With the pocket, we pick 2 of this and the other. Then I'm opening them up. This is the wrong side. And so I'll pick one good side and place the other good side face down. And so it will be good size together. We do same for the other one. We'll then go ahead and stitch this side all the way to that side, leaving the rest unsewn. We repeat same for this side. And after that, we will run overlock stitches on the edge as well. After that, we will open the one with the cut up and place it on the good side of our pants. So we'll go ahead and run stitches all along this shape. After stitching this, we'll go ahead and create a notch at this side. After stitching our pocket in place, we'll flip the whole thing to the wrong side. Now we'll go ahead and stitch the side seam and the top here. But before that, we would also have to reinforce the opening by top stitching with 1 or 2 running stitches. Because the fly will be on the left side, we are going to cut the right side's fly extension that we had added. Now we'll go ahead and run overlock stitches all around, excluding the waistline. We'll do same for this. For the back dart, we will flip this good size together. and measure 4 inches downwards, half of an inch to this side. We'll go ahead and stitch this and repeat same for the other side. And so after ironing this flat, what you're going to do is that we'd measure from where the dart is 3 inches downwards, and then we'd also measure along this line also 3 inches downwards, and then we draw a straight line. From where the dart is, we move 2.5 inches towards the center back, and then we move 3 inches towards the side seam, so that we have 5.5 inches in all. With this, we'll cover it with an interface, which is about 3 inches wide, and the length should cover these 2 points we've just marked here. For the vent pocket, I have cut 1.5 inch width of strap, and this is about 16 inches. We're going to cut them into two, and so we'll fold them first like this and then iron, and with the help of this hem tape I would also fuse the two together. And so I'll place them at this rough edge together. I place them like this, and then would stitch 1/4 inch on this side and then 1/4 inch on this side, also leaving about 1/4 inch in between the two, so we'd have 3/4 inch space. After stitching this, we're going to slit through the center, and then we meet the corners, making sure that it ends at exactly where the stitch ended. Then we flip this to the wrong side. So after this, I have cut another fabric which is a little wider than the width of our pocket mouth, and also with a length of about 16 inches. What you're going to do is that I'll flip this like this and then place this on the down part, making sure that it exceeds the seams I have in between. And so it exceeds on the left and on the right. I'll hold it like this, go ahead and stitch this. After stitching, I'll pull this downwards like this, Go ahead and stitch all around this just to secure it and make it crispy and nice. After top stitching neatly, what you are doing is that you see there's this little seam allowance on the top here. We'll flip this and make sure it covers the waistline. And then we'll hold it like this. Open this up and stitch the top here. Then we'll stitch the pocket itself. So we turn it like this. We flip this to this side. We're going to stitch all along to the down part. And we'll flip this other side too. And then we'll close this side. You can make it round all around like this. So you come to this side. It's all the same. And so after we have stitched it, we'll go ahead and run overlock stitches on the edge, and then we'll cut the excesses just to make it look nicer. Next, we'll go ahead and stitch these two together, and then we run overlock stitches all around the back patterns as well. This is the fly extension we had. We'll flip it over to the wrong side so that it looks finished at the good side. Then we place our zipper right along the folded edge here, making sure that some allowance is left at the down part, as you see here. I'll go ahead and stitch just this side, not this side, but then the other side to the fly extension. I'll go ahead and stitch this fly extension onto the pant itself. We want to get a crispy shape at this part. I'll lift this up and then stitch throughout till I get this side. So this is what we see on the good side. This is how crispy our stitching looks. With the other side of our fly extension interface cut, we have fused it on one side of a fabric, and there's another that is also lying beneath. We'll go ahead and stitch all along this side. Give it a hot press and then run overlock stitches on the edge here. After neatening, we'll place this under the other one we stitched. We'll place this under it. We flip this to the side and then we stitch the zipper onto the flap we just placed here. We pick the other side of our front pattern. We want to place this right here. And so we mark the head. And we flip this to the wrong side, making sure it's aligned to where we had marked as our starting line, right here. We are going to stitch it down onto the zipper. So after stitching this, we'll flip this to the good side, that is good sides together, exposing the wrong side instead, and then we'll stitch as far as we can this crotch line here. Then with this, we'll go ahead and top stitch from the top here all the way to the down part so that this part is reinforced and is more secured. It is neatly stitched. We are going to place the back and the front patterns together. Since we had added half of an inch as our seam allowance, we will stitch exactly the same thing. Because I would want to create 1.5 inch slit on the hem side of my pants, what I've decided to do is to mark 1.5 from where the hemline is upwards, and then 1.5 downwards as well. And so we'll stitch to the 1.5 here. We ignore the middle part, and then we'll go ahead and stitch the 1/2 inch remaining down here. After that, we pinch the middle. That is where we had created our notch. Like this. And then we'll go ahead, stitch from this side all the way to where we had left our 1.5 inch. And then we'll do the same for the other side. So this is what we get down here. And this is the wrong side. We'll go ahead and give this a good press. And then repeat same for the other side of our pants. I've cut 2 strips of interface and then fused it onto our fabric. This comes in a 2 inches width and a length of 25, making sure that each of them is just a bit longer than one side of our pant. We go to our sewing machine and stitch this in place. Good sides together. I'm not fixing any belt loops. That's how come I'm placing the waistband onto the pant directly. Then we repeat same for the other side. Next, we'll flip this whole thing to the back. I have shortened the interface here so that I'll be able to flip this also backwards again, like this. Then we place our pitasham or the waistband on it. So it's going to be like this. And then we'll stitch. So we'll go ahead and then flip this whole thing to the good side. And then we top stitch the lining, the one that's going inside. When it comes to the one on top, we would want to get a V shape at the edge here. And so I'm to flip this backwards, marking it on the good one here. I'll go backwards by 1/2 inch and same for this side, and then we'll draw so that we get a V shape at the edge. We're going to flip the excess, as you see here, backwards like this. That is towards the good side. And then we'll meet it with the lining. We'll go ahead and stitch the two together. We're going ahead to stitch the waistband throughout. And so as we stitch here, we'll pass through this side and that side just to get the shape at the tip here. So we take this to ironing table and then give it a good press. After pressing, I've gone ahead to put the center back together and also taking our waist measurement divided by 2 and stitched all along the center back line. With this done, we're going to open the seam up and then flip the lining to the wrong side like this, making sure it surpasses our seam line on the good side. And so we'll go ahead and then stitch this line so that it touches the lining in place. We're making sure that we're stitching the ditch here. As we are done with the waistband, we'll go to the legs. Our knee is 17. 17 divided by 2 gives us 8.5. And so we'll mark that here. The ankle was also 12. And so we have about 3/4 inch seam allowance. For the crotch depth, we are taking about 1/4 of an inch or half. We repeat the same thing for the other side of our leg. For the hem finishing, I'll use the help of a hem tape which is fusible, and I'll sandwich it in between these 2 layers. That is the hem allowance and the fashion fabric itself, like this. Then we give it a hot press. We'll repeat this all around. Male pant is duly complete.